Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. My name's Adam. This is going to be S&S 120. So this week we've got some machine work that I'm going to put in this episode. I got a flywheel right here that we're going to be machining. Got to do a little bit of metal removal on it for some lightning purposes. So we got this. This is the second one right here. I've already done the first one. Took video of that, so we're going to share that on the tail end of the video right here. Also we've got a lot of viewer mail that's been coming in, so I want to try to get caught up on some of those and share what people have been sending in. Always very generous of everybody out there that keeps sending in these different tools for me. So we got a lot down here. I'm going to try to get through a few of them. And also I want to go ahead and just talk real quick about the new series that I've started, Shop Talk. And the first one was kind of like a pilot there to see how everybody responded to it, really, and to get a little bit of feedback from all the viewers out there. And so far it's been a very positive note. Everybody seems to really enjoy it, and it was a fun idea for me. And as I said in the first video, I took a lot of inspiration off of both Johns out there, John Grimsmo and John Saunders. And I'm definitely not trying to copy anybody. I don't want people to think I'm copying that, but the idea behind doing a quick video is inspiring for me, because you know that I usually do long videos. Project videos in S&S usually, is at least 30 minutes to 50 minutes long. So doing those quick videos sometimes during the week is kind of a refreshing change, should I say, to be able to just grab the camera and show you a few things and talk about some stuff. So that's what I want everybody to keep in mind, that as we go forward with this, is that it is fun for me, and that's the main thing. I want to continue to enjoy this, and I do. I really enjoy making videos. I look forward to it every week. I can't wait to get the camera on and show you what's going on out here and the work that we're doing out here, showing the parking attachment and whatever's going on. So I think Shop Talk's going to be pretty fun for me, and everybody seems to enjoy it. I've been writing notes of topics, so we'll get to a lot of different things. It may be things in the shop, talking about tools, setups, projects, just anything I can really think of, or we may be outside doing something, who knows. That's kind of going to be the basis of Shop Talk. And thank you everybody for your feedback. I really appreciate it, okay? So I want to go ahead and just start doing some of this viewer mail. I'm going to grab one right now and go ahead and get started. So this little package here is from a longtime viewer of mine, Jeff Derstine. And you may remember Jeff had made the little threaded pieces that I need for the tailstock on the Monarch down there that hold the tang of your drill bits. So he machined those. And a while back when I was on the K&T here, and I found a roughing shell mill that I wanted to use, a slab mill I mean, the key size was 3/16 instead of 1/4 inch. So the obvious solution to that is to make a step key. And Jeff emailed me and said, hey, I'd like to make that step key for you. So I said, be my guest, man. So that's what he's done, is he took a piece of 1/4 inch key stock and he milled it into a step key. So thank you very much, Jeff, for that. I will put that over there with that cutter, or with my arbors and stuff keep over there, and hopefully we'll get to use that one of these days, okay? Let's go ahead and grab a couple more right here. We got a couple tool holders, and these were sent in by a YouTube viewer. I believe his name is Jim Leichty. Jim, I think that's how you say your last name. I'm not really sure, but I think it's Leichty. And whenever I was talking about needing to buy a Morse taper adapter for a 50 taper spindle, and I had bought that one, and the thread size was the wrong thread size. So he messaged me and said, hey, he wants to send a couple tool holders. This is the one that I needed right here, without doing any modifications on. So it's a 50 taper. It's got the proper 1-inch thread on the inside there, and we've got a number 4 Morse taper. And this one actually has a little projection there. It's real nice too. It kind of sets it down. And you can buy these that even have a further out projection. If you need a little bit more reach out there, you can buy them like that. He also sent this one here. This is another 1 1/4 end mill holder. he asked if there was any others I was looking for, and I just said some of the sizes that I have I'd like to double up on. That way I have more than one holder where I can start having different tools set up in a holder once I get a little more organized, and I can have different cutters set up. And these things you can buy fairly cheap on eBay. They're not very expensive. I just bought two more. I bought a 2-inch end mill holder and I believe an 1.5 inch, so they should be getting here any day now. And I didn't pay but 35 or 40 bucks for those. So thank you very much, Jim, for those. I really appreciate that, man. That's great. So let's go ahead and just keep on moving. I got another one here that I haven't even opened yet that I wanted to talk to you guys about. And so you probably remember my GoPro camera predicament. A couple months back, I damaged the camera, and I had a lot of people that offered to fix the camera. I had a lot of people offer to fix it. So one of those viewers, name is Keith Ward, and he sent an email and he offered, he says, send that camera to me, I'll fix it, and I'll hand deliver it to you when I go up to the open house event. Well, I never sent it to Keith. I never sent it to anybody to get fixed because I wasn't sure who I was gonna let fix the, I'm sorry, I forgot I needed to take that Wi-Fi thing out of there. Anyway, I never did send it to anybody. So I seen Keith there at the open house. He came and he attended, and I got to meet him, and he offered again. He says, hey, I still fixed the camera for you if you want. And I said, that's great, I got it right here. So, and of course, we've got the new one that we're using right there. So let's go ahead and open this sucker up. And it probably still looks like a GoPro camera, but I haven't opened it. And Keith took I want to say like a 15-second video clip of the repair, where he was looking down through his microscope, and it was one of the pins on the USB port. I believe in the video it shows there's like 6 pins that are soldered on there, and one of them had broken loose. Alright, so there it is. He's got it sealed up in one of these little foil type pouches here. All right, missed the battery. So there's our now repaired GoPro Hero 4 black camera. Now I got 2 of them. Maybe I can start doing some more of the 2 camera shots and give you a split screen, or be able to switch back and forth between cameras now that I have 2 of the same quality. So that was really nice of Keith. I'm going to share that video that he sent me of his channel, that 15-second video, if you want to check it out. I believe there's another one that he's got pictures of. So I'm going to throw those in the cards and down in the description box, so you can click on those if you'd like to see the repair of this GoPro camera, okay? So thank you very much, Keith, and I really appreciate that. And I really appreciate everybody's offer to fix this camera. I was overwhelmed with people that was willing to fix it, you know. So I just so happened to see Keith there in person. He said, man, give me that camera and I'll take it and fix it. So that's what I did. So all right, let's go ahead and we got a couple more to show. I'm gonna take a quick break here. So a couple more really nice tools that were sent in by a viewer, and his name is Adam McGraw, and he's from Millbrae, California. So we've got another 50 taper to Morse taper adapter here, and this is a number 3 Morse taper, and this is actually a Kearney and Trecker tool. Very nice quality, and you see we've got the small threaded hole in the end right there. So I have not researched as to why some of these have these smaller holes. I'm not quite sure why, but some of them do. It's not a problem. This can be modified, but there are other draw bolts, you know, the draw bars that you can make, and some machines have them equipped where you have basically 2 built into one, you have another smaller one going down through the larger one that will pull up these tool holders like that. And this is one of the boring bars that take a high-speed tool bit. It's sort of I consider it more of an old school style of a boring bar. It holds a square tool bit sort of up on the side. So nice tools, Adam. I really appreciate you sending them in. Thank you very much. All right. One more really nice gift here that came from overseas, and this was sent by Peter Etienne. Y'all know I'm not good with them last names, but anyway, it's up on the screen so you can see for yourself. And he has sent a nice little letter here and a very nice tool. And what I'll do is I'll read this letter and I'm going to give you a closer shot of this tool. So he is from Jersey, and he sent a nice card there with a cow on it that just says the Jersey. And something by the way of say thanks for all the effort you put into sharing your work and skills on these videos. This micrometer is from the Sterrett plant in Scotland. I live in Jersey, not New Jersey, which is an island 12 by 9 miles close to the coast of France and part of Great Britain. So let me move the camera and give you a little better shot of this really clean mic. Alright, I don't believe I have any Sterrett tools in this old style like eyeglass type case. I do have a few other ones. So I guess it was missing the original top for it. Look at that, man. Look how pretty that is. So this is a Sterrett. I believe it's a number 220. Yes. Sterrett number 220. This is also considered like an anvil mic. Got a very nice friction thimble to it. I love that style right there. So you have different pieces that can go in the anvil right here. This one is a round bar, and then you have a couple other styles that can go in here also. A couple other attachments here. And you can use them for a couple different things. One way that you could use this is if you want to measure, say, like the wall thickness of a piece of tube, or you just got a job that a part that you're trying to measure up, and say you're trying to measure the wall thickness somewhere. You can use this, since this is round, and stick it on the inside and get a measurement like that. It's also helpful for measuring against flat surfaces, say like a groove or a shoulder, something like that, and that's where these can come in handy also. But lots of different uses for it. But that is a beautiful mic. It doesn't look like it's got any use on it. If it has been used, it's just been very cleanly used without dirty hands and a lot of wear on it. So a beautiful mic, Peter. I like how it says made in Great Britain. I don't believe I have any of the Sterrett tools that say made in Great Britain there. I like the classic case, the eyeglass style case with the the felt in there. Just a real pretty tool. Thank you very much. So most of you have really enjoyed the new shop talk video that I posted earlier today at 2 o'clock. And here it is. It's only 4:30. It's been 2.5 hours, and I've already got 300 comments on it. It's unbelievable. I've never had that many comments come through so fast, but I asked for your comments and I welcome them. So it's been great hearing from everybody. And I was expecting a mixed review on this, a lot of mixed opinions on it. People liking it and people disliking it. But so far everybody has been very respectful about it. There was a couple guys that said that they didn't want to voice an opinion yet until they see a couple more to see how it goes, and I understand that. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of mention that. But in that shop talk, I showed the barbecue that was going on, the smoking some chicken. So I think it's getting close to being done. I'm gonna come out here and I come out here to check it. I thought I'd show you because I have a lot of guys that comment on that want to see more barbecue. They want me to talk about barbecue, talk about recipes, and give them tips and that kind of stuff. So one thing that I want to say is that I consider myself a complete amateur barbecuer. Okay, I'm not a pit master or anything like that. I'm a weekend guy that likes to come out here and grill, and I've got a few things that I think I'm pretty good at, but I have not perfected any of it. I don't think. I know I haven't perfected any of it. Sometimes it turns out really, really good, and sometimes it doesn't. But I'm always trying to figure out new things to try, but I usually end up sticking to the same thing, you know, like some chicken recipes or ribs or pork chops or something like that. So since a lot of guys asked about it in the videos here, we'll go ahead. I'll pan over here with the camera and we'll check this chicken and see if it's done. I'll show you what I use. I got my thermometer here. All right, get you a good shot of that. All the guys seem to really enjoy seeing this. So we got our chicken quarters here. There's a leg. These are 2 whole chickens, and that's about, these whole chickens here are about the cheapest way you can buy chicken, it seems like. I'm just adjusting the camera. I'm on wood right here. So for what I do is I kind of trim some of the fat off the ends and wash them, and then I rub them down with a little bit of vegetable oil and then season them. This particular seasoning, it was just real simple. It's a beer can chicken, I believe made by Weber, and it's an excellent seasoning. I just like the way that it tastes. So this is beer can chicken, and then for these other chicken quarters, it's a different one. Actually, let me grab it. So for the quarters, I use this right here, this Weber kicking chicken, and it's pretty good. It just gives it a little bit of layer flavoring there. I peel the skin back a little and put a little seasoning down in the meat also. Same thing on the whole chickens. I peel that skin back some, stand it up, and I sprinkle some of that seasoning down inside there. Because when you put it on the outside, it's mainly just on the outside there. So I use this meat thermometer right here. And usually you want your chicken around 165 internal temperature, so we'll stick it in there and see what we see. Oh yeah, I think we're there. 170. So yeah, we're about 170 degrees right there on this one, and it looks like it's still climbing around 175. Okay. Sometimes you got to get it in there a little ways to get it to work right. So yeah, we're good there. 170 plus degrees. Sorry for you metric guys. I like Fahrenheit. That's what I know. All right, let me check these quarters. Yeah, they're done. Yeah, they're all done. So chicken's ready. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take all this stuff up and take it inside, and I'll probably cut all this up. These 2 whole chickens, I'm gonna go ahead and cut them up and debone it and just have all meat and put it in a container, and then you can eat it for dinner, for lunch, or for whatever, you know, make a sandwich out of it. It's really good. You make chicken salad out of it too. It's awesome. So anyway, there's the barbecue shots for you. Got another little project to do for the motorcycle shop here in town, and we got another flywheel to do. This is a smaller flywheel than what I usually do. This goes on a Honda 100cc engine. I believe it's like the XR100, you know, the old Honda XR100 bikes. I believe this is it's a new style bike that Rob is doing for racing. I believe they're doing racing with it. They recently opened up a dirt track just down the street right here, actually. And I think it's a class of bike that they're racing out there, because I seen it up on the stand when I was there the other day dropping off the head, and they put, you know, they do all kind of mods on it. So this is something that he wanted me to do, and I asked him about the issue regarding the torque, because when I've done the flywheel video before, a lot of the comments were people saying, well, you lose a lot of torque with this, you know. So I asked him what his thoughts was on that too, and all he said was, it'll be fine. That's what he said. But he says it does make it rev faster, and it makes it faster. So I guess in a racing application, that's what you want. I'm just going to do what he wants. That's all it is. I don't care how much torque you lose. I'm just doing what the customer wants. So he gave me this picture. All right, so this is the flywheel right here, and that's the one that's already been machined by somebody. And I told him, I said, well, I need to know how much to take off of it. And there's a lip on here. You can see it looks like a little shoulder here. And he said, just take it down to that. So measuring it with the calipers, we're right at 4.100, which is probably 104 millimeter. So I'll just write it down, you know, 104 millimeter. I'll jot that down, and we'll go down here to the lathe. Probably use the Monarch this time, use the 4-jaw, and get it indicated. I like to do this side first. The back side, you get more mass back there. We get this turned down. We leave this part in the middle, so just turn right up to that. And then once we do that, we'll flip it around and chuck it there and indicate it, and then turn this side. So pretty quick, simple job. Thought you guys would like that. This should be something good that we can throw in S&S this week. So let's go down to the lathe. All right, getting the chuck set up here. The OD of this thing measures about 111 millimeters, just a shade under, or 4 3/8. So let's get her set up. Actually, I said I was going to do this side first. I just put the wrong end in there first. One, two, 3. I'm looking at the serrations on the jaws to see how many little teeth are biting, how many rows. So I count 1, 2, 1, 2, and the same on those. That'll get you close there. Look at that. That ain't too bad now, is it? I need to get my indicator. 6 thousandths. Need to get a hammer now. Wanted to give this new one a try. I haven't used it yet. What I do whenever I put my finger here, and it's sort of a natural, I'm feeling it. I can feel it when it moves, and I can instantly tell if I moved it too far or what. You know, it's just a feeling. All right, so we're at about 1 thou, and now I'm starting to move it too far. All right, so it's moving around, and it's telling me that my jaws are not tight enough. It's trying to bounce and twist. All right, that's 1 thousandth right there. I'm going to leave that alone until I get the OD close. Yeah, we're off a little on that one. You got to be careful whenever you're chucking on these things. You don't get too much squeeze on it. But just keep working it. And now I'm going 180 out. So we're about a thousandths high on these two jaws. I'll go to these. That's on 21, 22. Okay. Go back to the face. All right, 1/1000ths. Go ahead and finish it off here. Looks good. All right, first thing I'm gonna do is set me an indicator here on this tab. What I do is come up and touch it. Go ahead and set my indicator here, and then I'll back off 10/1000ths. All right, got an indicator set. So we're going to be taking about a 1/4 inch off this. I don't know what kind of steel this is, so we're about to find out together here. I'm using that Mitsubishi insert that my friend Mike gave me. I forget what we were turning last. So here's 100/1000ths. Seems kind of soft. Let me go ahead and speed it up some. That was 100. This will be 200. Seems like it's cutting like, kind of like 1018, really. All right, so I got my measurement, just wrote down here with a Sharpie. 4 inches, 93/1000ths is about what I want to take it to. I'm just going to use my calipers. We're not even going to mic it. Okay, so we got about 62, what, plus 7. So about 69, about 69/1000ths. I'm gonna have to reset this. My hand just bumped the compound. I didn't mean to. Dang it. I'm just resetting a 0. Backing out by hand, and that should be it for that side. Look at that, that was close. That'll work. So let's see. I think I want to swap out tools and put a little more of a chamfer there. Getting it set for that side right there. got it really close to 4 inches right here. And since I machined that face there, that shoulder, I should be able to just bump it up against these jaws, and it'll be nice and true on that face there. But my jaws are not perfect, as you can see right there. So there's not a lot there to catch it, and those jaws have been touched. But I'll see if I can indicate it there. Sometimes you got just enough movement that you can still get it trued up if it's trying to run a little crooked on you. That's a lot crooked right there. Yeah, there ain't enough there to square it up on the good part of the jaw, so I'll have to pull it out and get it off that face. Alright, we got it running true now. Sometimes these things can be tedious. Alright, there we go. So same thing as before, I touched the side of the little tab there. Got my indicator set to +10, so when I back off to 0, that's my 10,000ths clearance there. That was 2 100,000ths passes. Let's see if we have about the same as last time, about 69. Yep. Match that radius pretty good. We wanted 4 inches 93. So right there at it, 4 inches 95. Okay. I like the way that radius blends there, so I'm going to leave that side like it is. So all we got left to do is to take it out. Got a couple chuck marks there. I'll take a little fine file and dress those down. All right, there it is. One Leichty flywheel for a Honda 100cc motor. And I got my notes there, what I turned it to, 104 millimeter, and probably get another one here. He said he had 2 of them he wanted done, but he wanted to just bring one and get it done kind of quick. So nice little project for S&S, you know. And I want to just say thanks to everybody for all your continued support out there and all the new subscribers, man. We keep getting tons of new subscribers out there. Just the other night we hit 80,000 subscribers. Amazing. I think we're well on our way to 100,000 subscribers. I really think it's going to happen this year. That's just unbelievable. But thank you everybody for all your continued support, and be sure to check out the new series that I'm trying out called Shop Talk. Quick little 5-10 minute videos that's going to be in between these longer videos on the weekend, and give you a little insight about what's going on around the shop. Okay, so see you guys later.